On the way.
What is
that?
that?
Citadel?
It's a citadel. The only reason I bought this one is because it always looks like wet blood, even when it dries.
Okay.
But people get citadels strictly, like...
Oh yeah, no. Some people swear by Citadel only paints.
It's the same fucking paint. It's acrylic.
Who wants to do some form of upkeep?
There's only a couple that I would trust.
Wibbly wobbly weenuses.
Absolutely, Matt.
Close
It's
enough.
just the Target brands. Target
Alrighty.
brand paint.
So, last time on Prosperity, you all had a showdown in the hoedown at the Regent's Mansion, and some of them might come back. One of them's definitely not coming back, and a certain lady made an entrance. And you guys had a talk with Nightingale about some of the Legion's history, and he left to go do some things on his
He
papers.
did an exposition at us.
He did do an exposition.
Sorry.
Good God, don't die.
Yeah, don't
It's just a
die.
sneeze.
It dies anyway.
Barely sounded like one.
And in the final part of the session, the twin princesses were informed of the regent's untimely passing.
Yes.
So, I will set the scene as to all of you on the open, courtyard of the Seaside Manor. There's a hole blasted in the lawn. There's corpses. It is a mess.
Corpse
And-
husband?
What's up?
Corpse husband?
Corpse husband?
Corpse husband?
He's a streamer.
Oh no.
I just knew
Voice
he...
live.
The Corpse Bride?
Oh,
Corpse
that's
Bride?
a
Acclaimed Tim Burton movie Corpse Bride?
pretty good movie.
It's just a good movie.
There's bodies,
It's a pretty good movie.
there's damage, the gate's ruined, there's some damage on the Seaside Manor, and the twin princesses are standing out on the front porch. Well, it's not really the front porch, the front entranceway, the stone steps that led up to the main door, where the regent had become what you think was a portal or a gateway, and he's just gone, and all that was left was his saber.
Stuck
And-
on the steps of the castle.
They are staring out at the damage and the carnage, and what are all of you doing?
Sitting and humming. Rocking back and forth.
Yeah, I think Gungnir went to pick up the sword and bring it and explain it to what happened.
Yeah, you sure did.
trauma.
You did. So Anostra is holding the regent's saber. She has it clutched tightly in almost what looks like a death grip. If you're paying attention to her.
Nope.
That's fine.
You described
The
it.
1,000-yard stare.
Yes,
Yeah,
Zerk and Lasley are just like, we've seen some shit.
Had a good time.
I'm super quiet, holy crap.
Don't mind me. I'm editing something. So you can all whatever you want to do or crosstalk in the meantime is probably gonna take me like a minute. But I'm
So two of us are catatonic. Gungnir has no idea what to do.
okay.
Orville's kind of in the same boat.
Unfortunately, unlike Rust Bucket, Gungnir is not a licensed therapist.
Not a licensed therapist.
You win
We
this round.
need
Ruff.
Rust Bucket. We need our licensed therapist robot.
We need Dr. Rusty,
Paging Dr. Rustbuck.
paging Dr. Rusty.
Here he's like 500 dimensions away. What? I'm busy.
This is Gungnir paging Dr. Rusty. What?
What do you want?
You psychopathic warbot. What do you want?
Alright, so that's all set up. We haven't been pulled.
I'm busy traveling the multiverse, informing certain species that evolution has not been kind to them. What do you need?
Alright.
My favorite fucking line from him.
So over this scene, as all of you are staring, saying, nothing, taking it in. Oh, excuse me, I don't want to start talking and then have a fucking burp come in out of nowhere.
Give yourself a few hits
Yeah.
on the sternum.
Do what I gotta do. Just punch it out of yourself.
Yeah, no, seriously, just try to friction there, get the bubble to move up.
All right. So Nostra is going to look at all of you. Do you all have your backs facing to her? Where are you all
I'm
standing?
facing like into the center, so I probably see her from my peripheral.
I'm behind them.
behind.
I'm right next to Lazarus.
I follow them out.
All right. She is going to essentially take the saber and she's going to just clang it into I'd say the grout, kind of the in-between spaces of the stonework, and you'll all hear it go ting as it steps in, and she will look at all of you and say, I am dreadfully sorry that you all had to deal with this. And she'll kind of eye the saber and say, I had no idea what his involvement is or how far it goes. But I am going to find out.
Please be careful.
She is going to look at you, and you haven't seen the side of her. She's usually been very happy, very cutesy, very bubbly, and she is angry. And she will say, I will try. But unfortunately, circumstances have changed. Seeing as the regent, our father, is gone, leadership falls to next of kin. And I, being the oldest, and Anestra will chime in by 3 minutes. Just kind of, give her a side. She'll get. I don't want to fuck this up. Nostra will give her a little bit of a side eye at that comment.
You need like a post-it note.
I do. I really do.
Like, do you want a post-it note?
Hey, write it now. Just do it now. Just get it over with.
Yeah, you know what? Go give me the fucking post-it.
I'm gonna get you a post-it.
My dumbass needs it.
You need to remember this.
It's okay. I have like a million post-it notes. It's fine.
A is happy.
Dumbass.
A is the happy one. E is the.
The monotone one.
Yes.
I'm gonna put that right in my physical notebook.
Dumbass.
Yeah, absolutely.
How'd you put it? The hot topic girl. That's Anestra.
The hot topic girl.
Yeah.
This one likes to go to the arts and crafts store. This one is hot topic.
You mean
Thank you. All right. All right, just so all of you know, and for the record, it's going right here.
there you go. Never again.
Yeah, I'm still gonna fucking do it. All right, it's still gonna happen. Okay, so Anostra is going to look at all of you and say, now that my father's responsibilities fall on my shoulders, thus making me the new regent, I have a bit of a request for all of you, if you're willing to listen. If you aren't, I understand.
Well, let's hear what it is, I suppose.
Leslie hums a little quieter.
We make no promises.
I would like to grant you all a title. It is something that a regent of this stature can, and now that I am a regent, I have the ability to grant it to you. I would like to grant you all the opportunity to have the title of knighthood for this city.
What?
The
And I
hobo
know what a
knight.
knight is,
The hobo
Torval.
knight.
They talk about knights in fairy tales. You don't know this?
I know what I know what it means. I don't know if I'm really knight material.
She'll look at all of you and say, I wouldn't offer you if I didn't think you weren't worthy.
And specifically, what would this mean? Like, does it open doors, or is it just a honorary thing?
Well, what it would mean for you is that you would be allied with the city of Crest, and you would be very closely regarded and very closely helped. It's not something we give out very often. And anybody else who knows of the Kingdom of Crest will most likely, or more than likely,
Try to kill us.
treat you favorably.
I think we could use all the help we can get. I trust them. Maybe not their dad, but I trust them.
Anashra will say, I'm sorry if our father's actions may have strained any trust we may have built. We didn't follow.
I mean,
I know it's not your fault.
So she'll nod and she'll look at all of you and say, so, would any of you be interested?
I mean, I got nothing. What do the rest of you think?
Do it.
Gungnir will accept.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
We would be the most ragtag group of knights on the face of the planet. A hobo, a child, a bird, a giant man, and a robot.
I have no interest in your empty titles.
She will nod, you know, she will accept, she won't push it. So Torval, Lazuli, Gungnir, Harrow?
I think so.
Okay.
Will reluctantly accept.
Okay. So she is going to, you know, kind of struggle to pull the saber out of the grout of the stones. Kind of didn't even realize her own anger shoving that thing in there. She'll pull it out, and she will kind of ask, you know, kind of motion for you to kind of, you know, kneel in front of her in the obvious cordial fashion.
Or in Laszlo's case, just stand and
Just stand, Leslie. You can just stand.
Yeah.
You don't
Okay.
even have to. You don't even have to kneel.
If Lazuli kneels, then she's got to bend over.
And she is going to take the saber, flip it to the non-blade side, and she will tap you shoulder, head, shoulder as she goes across each of you in a line. And she will say, here I stand before these brave souls, willing to put their lives on the line, their lives on the line to protect those who cannot. I ask you to go forth and walk a just path, to strike quickly, to strike justly, to create better times. I give you the will of the people. May it guide you on your journey. And she is going to reach into a little bag, and she is going to hand each of you a little shield, almost like an emblem. And it's going to have the symbol of crest on it, which is two lines, kind of, I'm trying to think how to describe it. You know, like a sergeant's rank, it's the two triangle lines.
Mm-hmm.
So a sergeant's rank, and then it's a checkered black and white shield. That's the symbol of crest. And you guys that are accepting this can go into add to inventory, and there should be an item called the Will of the People.
It's a magic item.
It is a magic item.
Eventually, I'll get there.
Oh,
There it is.
that's lit.
Yeah. I
So
can.
the way this is, go ahead.
Is that I was gonna say between sessions I can add shit to that to try and make it actually work on the characters.
Yeah. So for now, I don't really know how to implement that into D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
But essentially, there is a way to modify a stat
Yeah. If you click it.
by manually entering it. So the way this is going to work for those of you that have accepted this badge, you may increase one stat on your paper. You may increase it by one. So
One
that
of
can
Ship's ability
be
scores, you mean, right?
yes.
Sweet.
18 AC, baby.
Well, do we need to attune to it first?
Yes, it takes an hour to attune to.
Yeah.
So
Um,
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out.
I'm increasing my dex.
fair enough.
I'm increase my AC to 18.
Okay. One of you explain me a thing. Aren't bards charisma casters?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Why are my save DCs 14 then?
8 plus charisma plus wisdom, I think.
8 plus charisma plus wisdom. Okay.
I think that's how it is for some casters.
It wouldn't be that. No. It be 8 plus charisma plus proficiency, I think. Yeah. That's what it would be. So it's 8 plus 3 plus 3 currently.
Okay. I think I might increase my charisma then. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you click on it. You want to go where it says other modifier. You can put in a +1.
Yep.
And RJ does it from his end.
You can do it from your end. You just click on the stat and then other modifier, just change that to a 1, whatever one you're
Okay.
changing. Yeah.
Got it. Cute.
And then obviously if you decide to take this off, remember to change that other mod to 0.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to change my overlays, but that can wait.
Hey, that's
So-
pretty pog. My performance is now +10.
So everyone good with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, you look a little confused. We can't hear you, Matt.
I'm trying. I couldn't figure out how to add something to my inventory.
You click the stat itself. You just click it.
He said it,
like the number?
They said inventory.
Um,
Matt, if you go to equipment, there's a button that says manage equipment.
I don't.
There's like
I can add it for him.
Then yeah.
Thank you. Like, I guess.
Where's this bird?
I'm not confused on the stat thing. I get that. I just can't figure out how to actually add it to my inventory for some reason.
See, please do not refer to me by my full name. You make me feel like I'm in fucking trouble. God damn it.
Okay, it's been added to your inventory. You can change a stat.
You probably have to refresh for it to show up.
Yeah.
Okie artidokie.
E.
E.
Great. So after that, you all be allowed to stand. You all have your your nice new badges. Wherever you want to put them is up to you. And Anasra will say, I'm going to stay here to try and sort things out with my father's untimely demise, to try and have a transition of power and sort things out in this city. If there's anything you need, feel free to ask.
Wesley's gonna hold up the little ring. I'll try not to bother you too much.
She will nod, and she will actually take the ring off that she's wearing, and she will hand it to her sister.
Okay. We'll talk to her sister then.
And she will bow to all of you, and she will step inside, leaving you all alone with Anestra. Didn't fuck it up.
Doing great.
Not that means the note's doing its job.
I side glanced at it. It's like AE, dumbass. Right.
Right.
So what would you all like to do?
Did we ever find out what the deal was with that herb we were suspicious of?
What?
The urn that we were suspicious of. Did we ever figure out about that?
That was probably.
It was in the exposition dump. It's basically a phylactery.
It's probably cracked by now.
Yeah, because it was
died.
likely tied to the regent who killed himself. So
We gotta investigate to make sure of that.
I don't wanna.
I don't want
I wouldn't want to either.
Especially since they framed it as their mom's ashes. It could actually be their mom's ashes, and if we fuck with it, then that would just piss them off.
That is also true.
I'd rather just leave it. It's not like it's gonna do anything.
Their mom comes back to life though.
Oh no.
We didn't want to do that. No more necromancy for today.
Or
Just what to say. Answer the lich problem.
So now we have to find. Oh yeah, what happens? That we have to go see the lady we put into the jail. We now know what's up with her.
I mean, she's still in there.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah.
Direction check.
you can, yeah, she's still in the same direction. You checked.
You direction checked her last time. She
Yeah.
didn't
Just making
move.
sure.
You checked at the end of the session. She's still there. She hasn't moved.
The point is now we know why she keeps on coming back.
Yes. We'd have to find her phylactery thing.
There's a do I know anything about phylacteries?
Give me. What do I want to make this? I'm thinking Arcana or.
Arcana for magic or religion for undead, typically.
I'll
Or
do.
history if you read about it.
I'll do religion for this one.
Okay. And I believe, let me double check.
Well, Gungnir might know about this, considering his people's religion and.
Oh, well, very specifically. Um, intelligence. Yep. I have advantage on the intelligence checks related to undead. So
Go ahead.
let's go. That would be a 19.
All right. Yes, you have a pretty good understanding of what a phylactery is and how it works.
So what we were saying there is not typical phylactery behavior. Then.
Right. You asked me to do a roll to know what a phylactery is.
Yeah.
These things sound similar, but there's things that aren't adding up.
Yeah. No, that's not how a phylactery works. When a lich is destroyed, they reform where their phylactery is, usually a bunch of days after.
But he isn't a lich.
Sure. So but if it's the same type of magic, then something ain't right, or it's slightly different somehow. Because
We can tell the sisters about it, but I would give it
Estro's still here.
some time.
And Estro's still there.
oh,
Mm.
can we go? Can we go talk to that prisoner that we brought in the other day? Was that today? That was today, wasn't it?
That was today. It's been a long day.
It's been a while. It's been a.
It was actually yesterday. Because we did it right as we had to drop Lazuli and Torval off to not die anymore.
Oh right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can we go? Can we go talk to her?
I mean, I don't see why not.
Oh, I thought I was.
Yeah, let's do it.
Still there.
Oh, you're asking Anestra?
Yeah.
Anestra will say, well, unless she's moved, I don't see why you can't.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Sure, let's go bother an immortal. I kind of want to go take a break. Torval, you think it'll be good to do it on your own or just with a couple of us? I'm gonna go hang out by the water for a little bit.
All right.
What?
I guess.
To talk to the immortal lady?
I also got some other stuff to take care of later tonight.
So let's try and plan out what information are we hoping to get from her? Just so we got a clear idea.
I don't know. Other people she's affiliated with that we don't already know about? Will she even tell us anything?
Likely not.
You can still try, though.
Is Nightingale still here?
No, he left.
He left.
It occurs to me potentially the way that she could be most useful is if we let her go. If we assume that she would go back to some sort of headquarters or something, I mean.
Go ahead, let her out. Let her torture and mutilate other people. By all means, Torval.
I'm not saying we do it without thinking or planning about it or anything, but I'm just spitballing. I know the direction to her at all times. If and when we decide we want to figure out where she typically holds up, it might be an option worth exploring.
I don't guarantee she holds up anywhere near here and not in a large base of other problems.
That's fair.
I think that's a question for another time.
Also fair.
Hmm.
Alright, can anyone think of anything specific I should ask her?
I don't know.
Completely drawing a blank.
RJ, can you just briefly recap like the expedition dump from Nightingale? I feel like having a
So Nightingale told you the brief history of the Legion, what it was originally founded for. The original founding was to keep Deimos in check.
yes.
Circa maybe halfway through the Legion's life cycle, which is as far as you know, he said they've been around for roughly 800 years. And somewhere around half or a little more than half, the focus really stopped being on containing Deimos and essentially making certain members immortal to basically keep her in check over a long period of time, to basically just focusing on the immortality aspect.
Okay, so the immortality used to have a purpose, which was to have a long-standing, basically, a group of guards,
Yep.
and then it just became immortality for immortality's sake. So there's a
Yeah, they got corrupted.
Which apparently our Potato Bone Man was originally part of.
Yes, he did mention to you that Iron was a founding member.
Now it's unclear if Iron remembers anything about that.
He probably does. He's just meh.
Doesn't think much of it.
Alright, so there's something there.
I'll
What
rush. Do you want
changed?
some of it?
I'm good at the moment. I need those videos. Thank you, though.
From your knowledge to
Chat.
what changed was when no wait.
I'm just do we know? Because it sounds like we don't know what changed or why they.
The only thing he mentioned is that things changed when von Braun took over. Now, not Victor von Braun, little laser guy. His I think great grandfather, who was the man stuck in the crystal that you all destroyed.
Ah, so he took over. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go down to talk to her.
Okay. Is anyone going with him?
Nope. I'm gonna go stick my feet in the water by the docks and hum.
And following her.
Following Leslie, Gunnier Harrow.
Gunnier as someone.
I'm following.
Gunnier has to
I'm
finish a
following.
side quest, quote unquote.
You're gonna finish your side quest. Okay.
I'm following.
Quote unquote. I'm gonna stop this right.
Who are you following?
Torval.
Torvald. Okay. So Gunnier is searching for fakes.
No, I said I'm talking to Anestra. That side quest.
Oh, that side quest. Okay, I thought you were gonna go on the warpath.
No, you have to go on the love path.
The
That's
love path.
It's a
love,
different-
not war.
The love war path.
The other version of conquest, RJ.
Gotcha. All right, we'll get
Conquest of the heart, you know.
we'll get to that. So
Conquest of the
your
heart.
companions leave you with Anestra. Didn't fuck it up. You guys all leaving you and Anestra on the front steps to the Seaside Manor.
Almost
And-
at the palace.
Yep. And she will kind of look at you and sigh and say, "Such a shame things got cut short."
Agreed. Not usual for tea time, I assume.
She'll look at you and say, "Would you like to go for a stroll? Perhaps away from all these corpses?"
Gunnier looks at the corpses, like just finally remembering if they're actually there. He's just so used to it.
That's what keeps going through my head. I'm sorry I had to share.
Are you good?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is the whole. Okay, this is the whole thing.
No,
Yeah, no, you don't have to watch it now.
I know the song. It's
Yeah.
it's from Into the Woods.
Yeah.
So Gunyer, what would you like to do?
Yeah, first Gungnir is just like look at the corpses, kind of just remembering that they're there. Just after it's dead, he kind of forgets about it. And he then turns back to her and just nods.
Okay, the two of you will walk to a non-corpse part of the Seaside Manor's open lawn. Torval and Harrow's currently walked away, but Torval, you are going to go down into the guard station of the Dallinger estate, and you are going to go down to the holding cells, to where the guards will, let you through, really with no question, because they recognize you from before when you dropped her off, and they will show you to her cell, which is the far cell all the way at the end. It is secluded. There's no other cells around her. She is all by herself. And you will get there and you will see her relatively unchanged, sitting down on the side bench on the wall. And she's kind of, huddled to herself. And she'll see you, and her kind of pinkish orange eyes will come up in the dim light and just beam at you. And she will smile and say, "Oh, you're back."
Yeah. I was hoping you might be feeling talkative, I guess.
Talkative? Why? What do you want to talk about?
Oh,
And then her joyous tone kind of makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, Torval's trying not to show it.
Yeah.
Says, about the Legion.
Oh, the Legion! You want to know about the Legion? That's just super. What do you want to know?
So, I've learned a little bit, know a little bit about your little group, and let's start with, and I apologize if this question comes off as a bit rude, but how old exactly are you?
Oh, you should never ask a woman her age.
Hence the apology. I'm just feel like age is a bit of a specific topic for when talking about this sort of thing.
She'll kind of cock her head and say, "Oh, dearie, about maybe 600."
Okay, that. So you would have been there when priorities shifted.
Oh, you mean the change of leadership?
Yeah. Yeah, that. So this new guy takes over and what? Everyone just says, "Fuck it, that's what we're doing now."
She'll kind of smile as she looks at the crow that is nesting on your head. And
Oh,
remember the one of Salinger's crows?
it's
Just,
still there.
Specifically the one you shot in the neck.
yes, the one you shot in the neck is roosting on your head in your hair.
Do you mind?
He does not mind. And the crow will squawk at her angrily, and she'll go, "We used to be more of a democratic organization, did things by voting and whatnot, but we didn't really get a lot done, so we decided to make it more streamlined, if that makes sense. But then again, I don't know if it would make sense to you, seeing as our apparatus of the flow of time is quite different."
Yeah. So this Von Braun guy, ancestor of the one we know, I'm guessing, takes over. He makes some decrees. You start to think about immortality in a different way, and then so we found this guy, right, in some sort of crystal.
Oh, yes, he was one of the failed attempts.
Did he volunteer for that himself? I mean, if he was in charge, I feel like he would have wanted to test on some poor guinea pig.
She'll kind of look at you and say, there have been many different ways and attempts to refine what we've created.
Well, I'm sure, but that's why.
Some have succeeded, many have failed. And she will look you up and down and kind of, motion to herself with her chin. What you're currently looking at is perfection.
That's good for it.
And she'll side-eye you. Tell me, how's that worthless brother of mine? Still looking for that hammer he's lost?
Is he immortal too?
Oh no, he's just an elf.
Oh, I guess that tracks. Okay. So who's in charge now?
She will just smile. Wouldn't you like to know?
That's why I'm asking. Oh, Nunya.
His name is Dees.
It's like, Miss, I went to school with a bunch of contemporaries about my age. You cannot pull that one on me.
She'll just kind of chuckle to herself and say, okay, I'm still not telling you.
All right. Guess we got some questions for that brother of yours then. Well, this was useless. Harrow, you got any?
No, I was just gonna tag along, I guess. There's nothing else to do. She seems fairly useless, though it doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah. How exactly does your whole thingamajig work? There's something about a phylactery in there, but it doesn't seem to work the way it normally does.
It's going to stand up and slowly make her way over to the bars to get as close to you as she can. And she'll say, do you want to know?
I mean, I feel like you're trying to mess with my head by asking me that, because I do, but you saying that makes it sound like I don't. But I don't see how that information could be harmful, so it feels like it's just a bunch of disingenuousness on your part.
She will say, come closer.
I'm good right where I am, thanks.
And then she will take a step back from the bars. Then I guess you don't want to know.
Time to take the gamble, Torval.
Well, I mean, if you are immortal, guess you can enjoy this little space for a very long time. And I'll turn around and start to leave.
Alrighty. So you two will leave. Where are you two going at this point?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I guess I'd head back to the courtyard.
You're heading back to the courtyard? Okay. Torval, where are you going?
Back to the group, I suppose.
Okay. So Torval and Gungnir are in the courtyard. Lazuli and Surak have gone to the docks.
Oh, they've gone to the docks?
Yeah.
Then I'll join them, I guess.
Okay, you will make your way to the docks. Lasley and Surak, the two of you are sitting at the end of the pier, and Lasley, you're kicking your feet in the water. Surak, I don't know how far your feet are going in the water unless you're sitting, standing.
Sitting cross-legged.
Okay, you're sitting cross-legged, and Lasley's kind of kicking the water.
Playing my instrument a little bit, but it's not really any kind of tune.
Okay.
Although occasionally it does match up with what I'm humming.
You're not really doing anything, you're just sort of hanging out.
Having an existential crisis.
I'll just sort of walk up, just sort of stand there for a moment. What are we doing?
Huh?
No, I mean, like, really. What are we getting involved with here? I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, look at us going up against what, a bunch of mortals, and the daughter of a crazy apocalyptic god. What are we?
I can't really wrap my head around it. I just want to find my parents.
I mean, sort of looked at Serac. You're all right, but then you got me, a robot who we still don't know where he's from, a literal child, no offense,
None taken.
and Harrow.
Also a child. You just let him drink alcohol.
It feels improbable, you know? Like us, we're improbable.
I've always been improbable. I just didn't expect it to be this much.
Certainly not a path I envisioned myself ever having to take. Still not sure I want to walk it.
Well,
As you all are sitting there, you see Vimos carrying a powder keg along the docks.
oh shit.
He sees all of you guys, sets the powder keg down, walks over and goes, hey you guys, how you doing? Sorry I asked. If it makes it feel any better, I got snacks.
Oh, I'd like
Maybe.
snacks.
Yeah.
What you got?
He's just gonna like rummage around in his tunic. I got jerky. I got these these sugary candy things. I bought them from all the dock vendors. I got salted fish. Some kind of like hard bread, I think. A little bit of cake, but I don't know if the cake's good anymore. It's been in here for a while.
Some kind of hard bread. Out of the water comes an old turtle.
That's where I left that.
You know what? I am going to say that it is absolutely canon that Baka just comes out, just takes the bread, and the bread is now gone, and he just goes
He
back
disappears
to
from the water. Ah, thank you.
Yeah, thank
Har.
My favorite.
My favorite.
It's truly amazing.
All of us just stare horrified for
Absolutely.
a second, like, what the fuck?
Tyler, if you don't have inspiration, you haven't.
From other characters.
From
Yeah,
other characters.
I'll have
Okay, so all of that stuff you mentioned besides the hard bread.
I'll have the jerky.
Okay, he'll give you the jerky.
I'll have some jerky too.
Okay, he'll give you some jerky. Serac?
No, thank you.
Okay. And he'll just sit there and go, well, I'm gonna go back to He's gonna look over at the end of the dock, like the far dock with the SS Mayhem. That's not what it's called, but that's what I'm nicknaming it. I'm gonna keep loading that thing up, I guess.
Watch
Okay.
watch the bird. Don't let it try anything funny.
He looks at the bird on your head. Noted.
Not that one. I've got a bad track record with birds.
I was just gonna say, like, cut over to the boat, like the bird's got like a stone and is like trying to light one of the kegs on fire.
The bird is trying to light the cake right now as we speak.
It's like, I'm just imagining Anderson just sitting on one of the kegs, completely oblivious. And the bird just like, yes, finally.
The bird just like, I could do it. I could do it, you know.
Just
He's
trying
just sitting there with like a fucking tinderbox just striking over and over. Finally gets it, gust of wind.
Striking with his claw.
Those two might be my favorite NPCs you've made.
In between him like striking at it and it gusting out, just shit.
It's the best.
So Vimos will pick the keg up and take it over to the boat.
Okay.
Can we focus on that?
Was it?
I mean, it would be kind of, what's the word? Cathartic?
Oh, you mean your hole.
We
The
burn
whole
off some
reason
steam, we
came
blow up
here.
an island, we kick the shit out of Sirius.
Yeah, that's more manageable. You know,
That
massive
was the main reason we even came here.
massive crime syndicate. Yeah, it should be a piece of cake.
Well, Sirius would. I don't know so much about the rest of it, but we'll worry about that later.
Or that's my favorite Torval quote so far. Massive crime syndicate should be a piece of cake.
Just to put out in perspective how fucked we are.
I mean, I don't know. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
That's fair.
And I mean burn.
Oh, yeah. True. Weren't we gonna do something to lure this guy out of there and make him think you were dead or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Torval, as you're eating this jerky that's been given to you, every so often the crow will snatch a piece from your hand and gobble it down. And as you try and like bat at it, it will nip your fingers as you try and bat at it.
It's my friend Aaron. He would like to join us on this if he had the chance.
Maybe a one shot or something.
Yeah, maybe like that.
Huh?
Said maybe a one shot or something.
What do you mean a one shot?
Like join us for D&D.
No, I'm in character right now.
Oh, we didn't know.
Oh,
I thought you were Sorry, Aaron was such a more realistic name. We all thought you were from like
E-R-E-N.
actual Earth.
Aaron.
Yeah, no, and that's
Like
clicking
Attack on
now.
Titan, but not Attack on Titan at all.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep.
I didn't remember the character in game either, so I was thrown.
Yeah.
This is the first time Leslie's bringing him up.
Okay, that
Okay.
explains why I was confused. Who's that?
He's my halfling friend. He used to be a slave to Sirius, but he's the reason I got out the first time.
Oh.
He and Alira, I think. Yeah, he'd like to be here and watch it burn again. Probably more this time, considering we have explosives and not just a normal fire.
Right.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm still getting images of that bird trying to light this match.
No, you're good.
It's straight up like what is it, Looney Tunes or something.
That is
It's a
very
comedy
Looney
act.
Tunes.
Yeah, Wile E. Coyote, and the parrot is Wile E. Coyote, and
Yeah, exactly.
Anderson is Roadrunner.
Except he's not like outwitting him or outrunning or anything. He's just by dumb luck.
He's Mr. Magooing it.
Yep.
Very literally, he's Mr. Magooing it.
Okay. All right. Remind me what the end goal of the whole deception thing is. Like, we're luring him out to do what?
I want him to be alive.
Ah,
I want him to watch his island blow up.
gotcha.
He doesn't know everyone that works for him. He doesn't have time for his employees. So I have a feeling that some of our more deceptive party members might be able to pretend to be someone who got me.
Okay.
If we time it right, I can come back to life. And, well, back to life. And we could ambush him.
I'm just trying to think of how we show
Beat
him.
him up.
I'm just trying to think of how we show him your dead body while keeping a position of strength.
What do you mean?
Well, where the idea is to lure him out by saying like, "Look, she's dead. We have her right here." But how do we do that? I mean, if we just send him a message, I mean, that doesn't have anything to corroborate. We could go in, but that seems awful dangerous.
Well, we'll have to go in anyway.
No, I agree with that. I'm just thinking, because maybe there's a contact, maybe there's a price and a negotiation that has to go down, but he has to pay someone, outside. So we come in with your body as proof. Is he the type of guy who will honor a transaction, or would he look at your body and say, "I don't need to pay, I'm just going to take it right here"?
Oh, no. No, I'm not just any one of his little exotic collectibles. He would want to know firsthand if I'm dead because his ass is on the line if Romulus finds out.
Right, I'm saying if we were to, say, bring your body with us inside to show it to him, would he then agree with us if we were to say, "All right, now come back outside with us to pay our contact"? Or would he just say, what if I just take it by force?
Well, usually he's good at honoring payment, but because I'll be dead, he probably won't. My idea is probably more along the lines of, you know what you could do? Pretend to be pirates.
Eh?
You heard about my bounty. Maybe you didn't know whether I had to be dead or alive.
So we're not...
You send
Okay, I mean...
send a message out to him to say, "Come out to our boat, pay us, and we'll give you her body. Otherwise, we'll just chuck her in the ocean, and you can explain to Romulus what happened." Or your boss, rather. You wouldn't know it was Romulus.
But again, would he come out?
At that point, I would think so. At that point, it's a threat. You're holding me hostage, dead or alive.
Wouldn't he just come out with a large amount of guards?
Maybe.
Trying to figure out...
But if he does come out with a large amount of guards, then there won't be a large amount of guards on the island. In which case, the rest of us could go out and plant the bombs.
The only thing I can think of... See,
But then the rest of us are likely to be captured.
If we...
Not if all of his guards are out on the ocean.
No, I mean the ones on the ocean.
It could just be like two of us. I've been captured by him before. I know how to get out.
So, if we go in with your body, we would. The trouble is, we would need to be negotiating from a position of strength. That's what I keep coming back to. So, the point to where we can make demands, and he would have to honor them.
As you all are talking and discussing your plans, a familiar-looking lizard man is going to, strut around the docks, make some trade, talking to people, and he will notice you. You all notice it, him as Farrell, your cart driver,
Oh, yeah.
and he is going to walk over to you guys, and he will say, "I noticed you all were talking. I just wanted to inform you." And he'll pull out a piece of parchment paper that looks like a map of the coast. And he will say, "I heard you guys taking a boat. I have business." And he'll run his finger up the coast to a town in Virium. If you guys want to meet me there when you're done with this island business.
Okay,
Not
we probably
particularly.
will. I mean, he's our ride back home unless we want to walk. Really, he's just telling us where he's gonna be.
So he'll nod and he'll say, "I have more trades in that town.
Be careful.
Hopefully, I'll see you all there." And he'll bow and head off to his cart. Obviously, leaving the map of the coast.
Yeah. So far, we're back to the first idea, whereas you get in easier by having me,
Yeah, no.
and then we ambush him at the very end, and then at that point you can take him hostage, and no one will hurt you if you have him hostage, like knife to the throat, drag him around.
Sure,
We've got two
sure.
strong boys that could do that.
Yeah. Here's what I think I'm getting at. We need to be convincing. This doesn't feel like a simple like go in and lie our asses off. This feels. Do you know what a con is?
Yeah.
This feels like a con. And I have no idea how to run one of those. I just know about them.
What if there are guards? I snuck on the night before and poisoned all their food, so they all get really sick and they can't fight.
Unfortunately, the character that could help you is not in this campaign.
Correct.
Con Man is over in Waterdeep.
Shit. Hey, get over
Yeah,
here.
we don't really have a face, do we? Or rather, we do, but the face would be feigning death.
What about the guy we're gonna go beat the shit out of later? You know, the one in the brothel that we're gonna catch with his pants down, both figuratively and literally, to get more information out about the island, because he's, head of trade in the area.
I might have missed a bit.
Am I the only one that's been paying attention?
No, I recall.
Thank you, sir.
Was this during the
There is a
second
guy that is head of black market trade that we've been informed will be at the brothel tonight.
He runs a front here at the docks.
I was gonna catch him with his pants down, and we were gonna question him about the island, considering he would know a lot. At that point, we could get a better idea of what we're dealing with. Maybe we can use him too? We'll see where his loyalties lie.
Sure. I mean, if he's seen our faces, that's gonna, well, depending on what we do with him, that might put a wrinkle in things.
Not if we have him imprisoned. I mean,
Sure.
he is the face of the black market on the docks. Like, don't people get in prison for that?
I would hope so.
Odd. I say let's come up with a little bit of a better plan after we question this guy.
Okay. Because So I've got.
We might have a better idea with what we're dealing with.
I might have the beginnings of an idea. It might be a terrible idea, but it's an idea.
I'm open to any ideas.
Let's talk.
The end goal is just to get Sirius to watch his island.
Right. So yeah, at the very least, we're gonna need one team to talk to him, and another team to go and infiltrate and plant explosives and whatnot. And I feel like I'm gonna have to be the second one because, on just by virtue of the fact that I can kind of sneak, and sort of looking at Serac. Not all. I don't think all of us are exactly built for that.
Okay.
Joke's on you, Serac's the sneakiest motherfucker that ever sneaked.
Sneaking.
Also, I think I think Ethan, I think your camera is. Oh wait, no, it is not frozen. Never mind.
He's just very still.
Yep.
It's a stone face.
Yep.
You just have to see if he's blinking. That's how you tell if he's live.
Fair enough. When's this? When are we getting this dude?
Tonight.
Is it night?
It's afternoon.
Okay.
When exactly did Silica say?
She'll give you a time roughly around like 9 and 10.
Okay, yeah, tonight. What was that?
That was a yawn.
Horrible noises.
It was such a horrible yawn.
This feels like
It
one
was
of
super
those.
goblin.
This feels like one of those arcs where we're going to make a complicated plan and it's all going to go to shit immediately.
Yes. The Benny Hill theme will be playing the entire time.
All right.
Or it won't.
What are you yawning about? It's what, 5 o'clock where you are?
I
What?
don't always get as much sleep as I'd like.
So,
As you should.
Harrow, what are you doing?
Well, I was heading towards the courtyard. Guess I just want to look around, see if there's anything I might have overlooked.
Okay.
There are 2 dead bodies. What do you want to do with them?
You
I believe
see.
there was more than 2 dead bodies.
Yeah, so you see Broll's corpse, obviously, and that one lady that brought Broll back to life with smoke. She's not there anymore, or her corpse isn't there anymore.
Hmm.
Tired of these.
That's not good.
I stand corrected. There is now 1 dead body.
Well, still, I think there's part. Anyway. Well, that seems a bit important. I would like to go to the docks.
Okay, you go to the docks.
That Gordon walks away.
Yeah, Gundir, you and Anestra, don't mind me,
I saw that glance.
Don't make fun of him for the gland. Let him glance all he needs.
are walking along the side of the seaside manor, and the 2 of you are kind of taking in the scene, and she will say to you, "You're very different. What exactly are your goals, I guess? What do you want out of all this? What does something like you desire?" She's kind of just stumbling and questioning herself.
Kanya's got a thing on that.
So, Gunir, as you're thinking, in the back of your mind, only you can hear this, you hear a whirling beep go off in the back of your head.
Is this
And
love?
you get a transmission from High Command
Oh, God.
that says, "Warning, Unrestricted warfare is now in effect. Be cautious.
What?
Oh, good.
Gungnir's gonna like suddenly tense up. Yeah, Gungnir's actually gonna go clarification. So,
You
high
say-
command.
You send okay, you asked for clarification.
Yeah.
They will send back. You are being hunted.
That's no good.
We already.
Uh-oh. Looks like it's Gungnir's time to call.
I mean,
Yeah, like, oh, actually, you know what? Like, in like some part of his mind, or like just like a few circuits of his servos, they're just gonna be like, not again, not another one.
You're being hunted.
You're being hunted.
it's actually accurate. Because that game has
Robots and all.
Cause that what?
Because that game has robots in it.
All right.
So Gungnir's gonna have to put that out of his mind for a second. And actually go back to Anestra.
Yep.
I believe I am still finding that out. I am. Actually, should I? You know what? Yeah, he's been generally okay with us in the past. I was only created however long ago.
Right.
At the start of the session, he was 3 days old. So
We'll say between 2 and 3 weeks at this point. Oh, that's your response. I don't know. I've only been.
Oh, I suppose I can add. Yeah, I can add on to that. I was created for war, but I'm finding new experiences enjoyable.
You will see her crack a slight smile that quickly dissipates when she notices you noticing it. And she will say to you, well, I'm glad we could take this walk. You should probably get back to your companions.
Gungnir's gonna nod. Yes, we have much more to do and prepare for. I'm gonna look at her. Will you be all right here?
She will fold her arms and say, I think so. Not to mention, she'll kind of show you the ring on her finger. I can always call for help.
We will come as quickly as possible if needed.
And she'll wave you goodbye as you're leaving.
Yes.
So, Harrow, as you are flying on your over to the docks, you spy what looks like a very large backpack in the street. Basically, from your point of view, it just looks like a walking backpack, an overstuffed backpack that is just moving through the streets.
Oh wait, what is that? I'm gonna just go right for it.
Okay, wait, how are you going for this? Are you just gonna fucking slam into it?
I'm not gonna slam into it. I'm gonna land like next to it.
Like a bird in a window.
Not-
All right. So you land next to what looked like a backpack that was moving on its own to see the little goblin archaeologist,
Our
Lonnie,
friend!
who you had talked to a couple of days ago. heaving this very massive backpack with lots of gear and instruments. You're not quite sure what they do. Some of them are shiny. And you see her just slowly waddling and heaving this backpack as she's making her way towards the docks.
You look awfully tired. Why do you need all of that?
She'll, kind of see you and go, "Oh, I need it for testing. It's not really easy to carry all of this stuff to have a mobile."
Then let me help. I want to take the bag and
That
carry
would
it.
be okay. You will take the bag and carry it. It's not too bad for you. It's a little heavy, but way more heavy for her. So you and Lonnie will make your way to the docks, where you will find everyone else,
Well, except for one, but
except for Gunyer, sitting on the pier.
Junior's not there yet.
And Lonnie will see all of you and just kind of wave and go, "Hiya."
that 10-year-old attitude.
Yeah.
Okay, not
So-
very good of it seems.
She's going to look at all of you and say, "So when are you guys potentially going to this island?"
Soon.
Oh, cool. Do you guys have a boat?
Leslie points at the shitty one at the end of the dock.
Her
That's what we got
eyes,
so far.
her eyes go a little wide, and she goes, "Great."
We have leverage.
It's a barely floating boat with a lot of gunpowder.
Have you ever read any books about committing cons?
Committing cons?
Yeah.
Why? Do you want to con someone?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
someone
so.
bad. Someone very bad.
Well, there was this one time when I made a bid on a historical artifact, and I totally undercut the guy by evaluating it as a fake. And then I bought it as a fake, but it was really the real thing. He was none the wiser.
God. No.
No.
How do you pass someone off as a dead person?
I mean, I already got that down. I have a spell for that.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
See, so, I guess it wouldn't hurt to say some of my idea was
Go ahead.
the main problem with it is that I don't know who it would be, but someone would essentially pretend to be someone very, very important, like an important client, or at least sent by one, and be like, killing me or taking this from me by force would cause problems for you in some sort of way.
Yeah,
No.
but we'd need someone that knows their stuff.
We would, and we would also, another problem is we would need, a convincing, outfit. We would need to look fancy and all that, and,
Oh, we could always call up Von No.
Klaus enters the stage.
Out of a trash can. "Darling, did you call me?"
Darling, my hobo man. I've been waiting for you to say my name all these days and you
oh
have
God,
not.
what have I done?
"I've been waiting for you, my dirty little hobo man."
I like to think that he does just follow me everywhere.
Oh.
You're my inspiration, my muse. How could I not follow you everywhere?
Oof.
Alright, who's the best NPC? Von Klaus, that parrot.
It's close. It's close between Von Klaus or the double act.
Double.
That would be too straight. Femos would be a little unhinged. Plus, we need him to worry about the bomb stuff, so he's out of the picture.
Well, I mean, he could be on infiltration and setting the charges.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The idea
I'm
is
not
that-
there.
The idea is that the more composed folks would be in charge of the actual deception part of it and getting to lure him out. And then the other people would be, you know, doing the legwork, staying out of sight.
So, Torval, as you're talking, you suddenly feel, well, you're talking and now there's a shadow over you.
Yeah, what?
And you look behind yourself and you see a familiar looking assassin who says to you,
Frick.
"Are you planning to kill someone?"
Oh, that assassin.
Yes, no, not Thalos.
No, Dove. We're trying to figure out how we're going to execute this whole screw over Sirius thing.
Arrow between the eyes.
Oh, no, more like break his legs and make him watch his island blow up.
Oh, so we're going to do it the Raven Queen way. Lovely.
Does the
Raven Queen?
Is the Raven Queen into that sort of thing? I thought she was more of like an impartial, you know, arbiter of death.
Dove will lean down to you specifically, Torval, and say, "I don't know. Why don't you ask a former assassin of the Raven Queen?"
Hey, Dove.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone who's super good at lying and also super good at looking fancy? And would be willing to help us do this whole thing?
She's just going to sit there and think to herself and go, "I've only met 2 pathological liars in my travels. I didn't like either of them."
So you wouldn't trust them with my life?
I would trust neither of them with a fork.
I'm pretty sure, but not really saying much. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't trust Celine with the fork.
That would be
Was Celine a pathological liar?
I think it would be
No,
more
you
as
said
an
that-
assumption of incompetence than malice.
Celine was a pathological liar.
No, she's referring to Spine Ripper and Thalos.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I see. Here's the. I thought about. My mind went to Thalos as someone who could disguise himself, but then I thought
But he
about.
just
then I
wants
thought
to kill
about-
us.
But then I also thought about good at lying.
Yeah, no, he's not good
Good
at
at lying and wouldn't just bail on a whim.
That too.
He may be a common liar. That does not mean he's good at it.
Correct.
Do you know anyone anywhere where we could find someone like that?
You are looking for
Or,
confidence, man.
or a confidence man, or I don't know, some magic that can make you better at lying.
She'll just kind of point over to Vimos, who's doing like poses in front of Alexander Anderson, showing off his muscles.
Marvel, don't you
And
still have that fancy suit?
I hope you all see the irony in this.
He's
Wait.
blind.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Look how strong I am. What are you talking about? Blind jokes abound.
That's what it's going to sound like when one of you spots it. Top Faithon, best character all time. You know, this would have been a great time to have Ball. What better con man than a literal, you know, Lord of Lies?
Right? He's the con man, but he didn't want to come when I asked him to, so
No, you guys didn't want to. You guys didn't want to bring him.
What happened to that?
That's why he's
we
not
didn't
here.
want to bring him before, but then I sent that letter saying maybe you want to come anyway because we've got some shit going down and we need to talk.
What happened to that?
But he
imp?
didn't. He just sent his little imp.
Yeah. What did we do with him? That imp?
You sent him away to carry Iron's skull back to the inn.
That's right.
He took Iron's skull
We
back.
don't have any way of contacting him.
Maybe if I think really hard. What did the imps say his name was?
The imp's name was Krillian.
Is anything happening?
Lazuli, roll me a intelligence check.
Roll me a
anyone-
Killian check.
I mean, does anyone just know sending?
I don't yet. I'll figure that out after Sirius.
I feel like we're
Roll me a
useful
Killian
here.
What? Well, it's a -1, but 18.
All right, you try really, 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 really hard
Oh my god, you're our
To-
only caster.
contact Krillian. And in the back of your mind, you hear, "Yeah, what do you want?"
Oh, shit.
Can you from here, please, so we can talk?
He's-
This kind is giving me a headache. I'm trying really hard to do this right now.
Lastly, roll me a d4.
Oh god.
on
Gonna
the
hurt.
record- Just to be on the record, this is a terrible idea, but we're doing it.
This is a wonderful idea. That's a 1.
A 1. All right, you take 1 point of brain pain.
Brain pain.
Hey,
And
I love that.
in your hands, a little fiery, almost portal thing appears, and he will slowly come out, kind of torso, and go, "You rang?"
So this might be a bit of a long shot, and I'm honest, and consider this question window shopping at best. But would you or anyone you know have the ability to make someone good at lying?
Or, do you know someone that's good at lying and willing to help us out for a little bit?
"Yeah, it's Mr. Ball.
Like in person?
You want me to get Mr. Ball to come down here?"
I
I
feel
mean,
like that.
we did need to talk to him about things,
I
and he
feel
didn't
like-
really come.
I feel like that if we can avoid, I feel like that should be our last option here. If that,
Why? We like Uncle Ball.
you say that to very mixed facial
I
responses.
sort of look at Surak like, help me out here.
Zorak's been staring out into the sea this whole time.
He's pretty cool. I like his arm.
Uh,
It's shiny.
okay,
Saved my life. He saved Surhek's life.
okay.
He also mentioned wanting to deal with Sirius and Romulus before. I think he'd be into it.
I don't deny that. But
Who else would be asked, Torval?
well, I'm just thinking if we can get an advantage here without, going all the way to the point where we bring a general of the 9 hells.
He's our friend. We got him an arm and everything. We freed him from a bubble. I wrote a really nice paper for
I'm
him.
not good at this. This is not something I'm good at.
Please, Torval.
Let's.
I could write him another letter.
How long can you stick around to Krillian?
He's going to kind of look at you.
That's not helpful.
That's what Ball tells me all the time.
Look, okay. Are familiar with the concept of a tab?
Like at a bar?
I was talking to the kid.
Oh, okay.
Kinda. I've never had to open one.
So, you can have a tab. The idea is you open a tab, right? And then you order drinks and stuff through it, and you don't have to pay anything right away, right? And you keep ordering, and everything's great, and you don't have to, and there's nothing wrong with it, and everything seems fine. But eventually you've got to pay your tab. And when that happens, if you just treated it like there was no consequence, no cost, no nothing, then when you got to pay, it's a problem.
I didn't think there was no consequence. I already knew I signed a contract with him, and it wasn't exactly the best thing, but I don't know. I think it's more than just. I don't know.
I'm not saying it. So, the fact that I put it on the table at all means that I'm at least willing to consider it, but I think if we can find an option that only incurs a minor cost.
But I'm curious, though. What if we all die anyway?
Yeah.
Rather just find my parents beforehand and enjoy my time with them, and then whatever recompense I have to pay afterwards would be worth it at that point. At least I got to see them again.
And your parents, they're. Is the black market out of them, or are they that you just don't know where they are?
Well, I know Romulus keeps my mom close. I don't know where my dad is.
Gotcha.
I don't even know if he's still alive. But, you know, if that Deimos lady just ends everything,
Sure.
at least I'd have that last few moments with my mom, at the very least.
Alright. Let's at least see what's on the table before we start making any big decisions. Yes or no, can you or your boss make someone good at lying?
I think Mr. Ball can.
Gotcha. So that would have to be a negotiation with.
I'll just send Bala another letter. I still have more of that paper if we want to
How long
talk to him
how long
directly.
Does that take to get there?
Not long.
I mean, can you also? I mean, are you able to like patch in a call?
I don't have that power yet.
I was talking to
Oh, this one.
Krillian.
He's going to look at you and say, "You want to talk to Mr. Ball right now?"
I mean, is he busy?
He'll
He's
close
probably
both.
eating cake.
He'll close both of his eyes. He drinking tea.
I don't know why you guys are so scared of him. He's just drinking tea in his spare time.
I mean, he is currently under a contract that says he is not allowed to harm anyone other than one specific target.
There's a lot that we have to fix about that now that we know what we need to know. Like I said, we already have to have this conversation.
That's fair. I mean, screw it.
And he has mentioned in the past that he'd like to do things to Romulan.
I mean, maybe we don't do this like right out in the street. Can we get in like an alleyway or maybe back to the inn first?
Okay. How long can you stick around, Krillian?
He will come out of the little portal in your hands, and he will fully form and say, "I can stick around for about an hour."
That's long enough.
All right then. In.
And it is.
Tara's gonna look at Lonnie and just go, so where do I put your stuff?
She's going to slowly point to the boat.
I understand. Okay. I'll put them there and then join the rest of the group.
Okay.
I'm staying at the dock.
You're staying at the dock?
Sorag doesn't move an inch.
Okay. All right. So the rest of you will go back to the inn. Gundyr, are you heading to the docks?
Yeah, if that's where everyone. Yeah, that's where I knew everyone else was going.
Okay. So you all head back to the inn. Gundyr, you will go to the docks to only find Surak.
Gundir's just gonna look at Surex, his blank stare, looking out in the ocean. And then turn around and go and start going to the inn. It's the only other place they could be.
No comfort for Surak. Oh, that's mean.
What would Gundir say to Surex?
I don't know. He said some shit to his girlfriend.
Don't worry about it. It's not like anyone else said anything anyways. Just
Hey! I tried comforting you last session. You were.
you absolutely did. I'm just making a joke that everyone left.
Yeah.
It's like, no, of course you did because you're on a mission. No
Yeah.
hard feelings.
You all will go back to the inn. Surak, you are at the docks. I believe Vimos and Dove are still around. Vimos is loading up the ship. Dove is she's around you, but she's mostly just watching for any suspicious activity.
Okay.
So that's the scene around you. Are you just gonna keep doing what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you all get back to the inn. I assume you all go into a private room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like one of
We're
our
going to
rooms.
one. We're just going into one of the rooms that we already rented.
Yep. So Krillian is going to sit down on kind of like a dresser, and he's going to essentially take his hand and go, all right, and he's going to start banging on his skull over and over again like this. And it's almost making a ringing, like kind of like a mild ringing sound as he's doing it. And afterwards, his eyes will close and then reopen to a more intense, fiery iris, to which you will hear out of his mouth Ball's voice. Yes, what is it?
We catch you at a bad time, or
Hi, Uncle Ball.
Oh, no, not really a bad time. I just didn't expect him to do that. It makes a horribly dreadful sound, and I think about it whenever this happens.
all right.
Well, your thing worked. The thing you put on my forehead
Oh.
on Deimos.
Oh. And Ball will go silent for about 10 seconds, which is something none of you have experienced before because this guy runs his mouth quite a bit.
Yes.
To which he will then say, you mean as in Deimos, the Devourer,
In the flesh.
child of...
Yeah.
Oh...
That one.
Yep.
Oh, I would like to renegotiate our contract.
Yeah, we would too. There's some problems we're having here. The Lich isn't any worry anymore. It's Deimos now.
I did not expect this turn of events.
Neither did we.
Was hoping to deal with that Lich and be gone, but it seems as though I will have to stay on this plane longer than I intended.
It would have been forever if we just leave it as is.
This is most befuddling. He's going to heave a long sigh.
So, what are you looking for now? What are you looking to do?
I would like to add an efferendum, if you will.
I'm open to any suggestions you have.
Well, let's not get
This-
ahead of ourselves.
Legion organization.
Mm-hmm.
This Deimos. I would like to be able to assist with this matter.
Now, we have to be careful. Because Iron used to be a part of them. We're not allowed to kill Iron.
Oh, the funny bone man? I wouldn't
Yeah.
dream of it. He's the only thing that entertains me in this inn.
Now you got me thinking about contract wordings. But even before we even add more stipulations or referendums, there just so happens to be a little bit that we might need your assistance with to begin with. So maybe we can do a little quid
Hey,
pro
remember when I
quo.
told you about Sirius?
Yes.
We're gonna go blow up his island, and we kind of need a little help.
Oh, delightful.
So maybe you give us a little assistance with that. We talk about renegotiating this contract.
Specifically, we need someone who's good at lying and can look really fancy and knows what they're talking about.
Or can make one of us do that.
Well, fortunately for all of you, I can accomplish all of these things.
Yeah, I don't know why we have to make him have us do it. I don't know.
I don't like the idea of bringing an bringing an archdevil right into the middle of this.
How to train your archdevil.
I'm back. My
Welcome
Discord
back.
just kind of took a shit. What did you all say?
How to
Did
train
you
your
hear
art?
me finish?
It just feels like bringing him in personally is a bit of an X factor, and shit could go sideways. Remember last?
Marvel was talking about a tab.
Don't worry about that. Just
I am worried about it. I'm the one who signed the contract.
verbally.
No, I put my signature on a piece of paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just remembering the last time we entrusted someone else to do the talking.
That was a crappy little green goblin that barely did the job well, and I don't think Ball is anything like him. Thank you very much.
No, but I feel like
I'm not saying Ball would be the only one. There could be another one of us with him.
maybe as a
An assistant or a bodyguard type.
some kind of
Bodyguard.
some kind of trump card, I guess. Maybe.
Well, I would be the trump card.
Sure. But I mean, if shit completely goes sideways, I'm still not sure I like it.
What about it?
Eh,
He's a flimsy little pompous asshole.
he's not
We can do it.
Language.
Does anyone want to point out that Cat just said language?
No.
I know.
Your balls.
I'm making the reference.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Why does it sound like it's from Ghost Stories?
So Ball will say,
Yeah, it does.
if you require my assistance with this, please in due haste. I don't think little Krillian is going to be able to exist for much longer.
Oh, well, I guess we can make our final decisions and then I'll send you another letter. You don't have to respond this time. I know it's hard for you to write with your other hand.
Fair enough. Well, do keep me posted.
Okay.
And, Krillian will go back to his normal eyes and say, man, I hate when he does that. My mouth always tastes like brimstone when he's done. Hell.
Well, you kind of smell like brimstone.
Yeah? Well, you smell like pastries. And he's gonna poof.
Well, that's better than when Deimos said I stank. So what are you so worried about?
Honestly, I'm having trouble putting my finger on it. It's just I can't help but feel like it's a bull in a china shop. It's not quite the right metaphor.
Well, in my opinion, we've got bigger bulls to deal with. And he's kind of friendly. So I'd rather put up with the effects of him than,
The word
you know.
kind of is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. I mean, you understand he's got his own agenda, his own motive. He's not.
Oh, you made that very clear to me from day one.
Yes, he's not. He's not helping us out of just because he thinks it's the right thing to do or anything. It's a transaction to him. And if he thinks
Why we alter the contract instead of just abolishing it and letting him run rampant.
right, but I'm saying that if we go in and he's the one taking point and he thinks that he can get something out of it by making things go wrong.
I guess you have a point there. What would he get out of it by doing that, though?
I don't know. Anything like him is trying to puzzle out the way devils think, especially archdevils. Makes my head hurt. I always zoned out during those classes. Honestly, demons are simple.
You saw the way he reacted to Deimos. You think that he would really kill people that he could use as allies in a war against that?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Isn't he supposed to be some sort of war professional?
You're not wrong, but my point is it's dangerous to make assumptions about him.
So
I don't know.
I'll wait.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. As you all are debating in the inn, Gungnir, you will join them when you make it there. Surak, with you at the docks.
All right, cool.
While you are sitting there staring out at the ocean, Dove will approach you, and she will stand right diagonal to you, and she will say to you, "You seem a bit troubled. Lost in thought, maybe?"
This doesn't concern me.
Oh, I see. Well, if you say so. Not very talkative, are we? I understand.
You should be at the inn, making sure Lazuli is protected. She is the one you have the relationship with, correct?
Well, I kind of agreed to Miss Swordfallen that I would look after all of you in the meantime.
I can watch myself.
She will begin to walk away and say, "So, perhaps you have an aim or a goal?"
Doesn't everyone?
Well, whatever it may be, I hope you reach.
He's not going to respond to that one.
That's fine. And as she says that, you literally just watch her poof, and she's gone. So as your debating's going on, it is.
When Gungnir comes in, the first thing out of his mouth is going to be, because I'm assuming he walked through the courtyard to go out.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing out of Gungnir's mouth is going to be, "I hate necromancers." Because the body that he smashed the head in is gone.
Oh, who's that? Who's that? Is that
What do you
faggot?
think it is? Don't call him faggot. That's me.
Kind of a faggot. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Maybe not on stream, okay?
Hey, how's everyone doing? You looking good? Hey RJ, how you doing, you sexy bitch?
What's up,
Yeah,
bitch?
no, I see you. Fucking yeah. Yeah.
All right, any hoozle. So you all,
Be over here. You gotta see that.
as the time you are all done your debating, it's evening now, and the time is slowly approaching for a certain Darius to go to a certain brothel.
Yes, we have to go to the shady place to do the shady things. Sorry, give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got it. It's okay.
Shh.
You're in time. You're in timeout.
You're not in timeout.
I go.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
So let's put our debates aside for a minute and go assault a man.
We're gonna assault a man.
Where they cause to gather behind.
You know, normal bonding activities.
We're gonna go assault a man in a brothel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just normal bonding activities with it, that you do with children.
Great. So you all will head to the one-legged crow. Serac, what are you doing?
Haven't left.
You're staying? Okay. Just making sure. All right. You all are going to head to the one-winged crow. And as you enter,
You're good. I'm listening.
okay. As you enter, you will find the place pretty empty. The only one hanging around is that elf that is.
Hi.
I'm listening.
Mhm. And he'll see you all and go, "Oh, hey."
Hi.
Uh-oh.
How have you been?
You're not gonna make Torval high again, are you?
I mean, I don't really make anybody high. That's a choice they make for themselves.
Yeah, but you made Torval high like twice.
No, I offered him the opportunity, and he took it.
I don't see the difference.
Offering and enabling are not forcing. There's a difference.
Are you gonna do more drugs?
That's a great idea. Why not think of that? And he will. So you guys will get there, and that nice dwarf that had talked to you before, Torval, will kind of see you all and go, "Oh, I know what you guys are here for. You might want to take the back steps."
Where are the back steps? In the back?
She's gonna point to the kitchen.
Okay.
Alright.
Where do we go from there? Just up and around?
Still nod.
Well, okay. My little minty fresh moon.
All right. So you guys go into the back. You go up and around, and you get to a door. And on the other side of the door, you hear Silica having some conversation of sorts, going back and forth with a kind of deepish voice, conversing with her from this door. What would you all like to do?
I'm gonna listen in for a second.
All right,
Seconds.
you're gonna listen in, and you're gonna hear Silica say, "Oh, well, somebody's been certainly working on their muscles. Yeah, do a lot of heavy lifting. These bad boys are getting pretty big, don't you think? Bet you're impressed,
I
aren't
don't
you?
like how that voice sounds. Why does that voice sound familiar?
It's a little close to Thalos.
It's a little
Yeah,
closer
a little
to
close, but Thalos would be like, alright.
Yeah.
It's deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The day Thalons goes to a brothel is the day Quinlan stops DMing.
So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna wait a little longer.
Okay. You wait. You hear more lucid conversation.
Oh, when do you think is the best time to jump in?
Gunny's gonna break down the door.
All right.
I'll run through
Gunyer,
his feet.
Gunyer, you blow apart this flimsy wooden door, no problem, and just and
My
this
time
guy
has come.
who is half naked, wearing only pants, just turns around with you to just.
Gunny's gonna look at him and say,
No.
"Your pants are not down. I will come down back later," and turn around and go.
Leslie's gonna run between Gunyer's feet and pull her sword out and go, "This is a stick! Don't grab any weapon!"
He's going to sit there with his hands out like this. You say this is a stick up. He looks down at his pants and just. And
Melissa, could you do me a favor and tie his hands up, please?
he's gonna go, no, you don't have to tie my hands up. It's not necessary. They're kind of preoccupied. Can I get a towel or something, please? This is embarrassing.
No! It's probably better that it's embarrassing. I've got questions for you.
And I'm uncomfortable. What do you want?
How much do you know about Sirius's Island?
Enough.
Tell me everything.
Okay, he's a prick. I don't like him. He slighted me in cards.
That's not about his island. That's just your personal opinion about him. Tell me more.
I don't know. It's a private island. The sand is all black. There's a couple of collections agents that are stationed there. There's a hound. I don't know. You think I count?
Guard
Do
shift.
an estimate.
Maybe 40, 50 men? I don't know. I don't go there.
You gotta know something about it. Don't
I
make me
know they
tell these
trade-
guys to kill you.
They trade slaves.
I know
And
that already.
There's a pompous asshole who runs the place.
What kinds of collection agents? How many, really scary ones are on there?
Last I heard, Romulus had Cleese stationed there. I think they drift around a bit.
That's not particularly good, but that's better than all of them. She's just gonna kind of
Look, if you want to do something to Sirius, I really don't care. He's a prick.
Well, I'm doing more than just something.
All right. Are we finished here? Can I put me clothes on, please?
Now!
No. I'm just imagining Duel of the Fates going on in the back.
You say you don't care, but... How much do you don't care?
I have to quantify?
I mean, hypothetically. We could either take you to prison now, or we could let you go, but you'd have to give us a pretty good reason to let you go.
And how many end tables do you not care?
How many endings? That's such a convoluted fucking joke, Tyler.
I can give you information. I can.
Well, so far the information you've given me is pretty sparse.
Okay, I didn't expect to be pop quizzed.
Silica, give him a blanket. Maybe if he's less uncomfortable, he'll answer more questions. I'm not taking my sword off of you, though.
She will drape a blanket over Darius, and he will cover up and go, "Look, I work at one of the biggest hubs for trading for this organization. Things pass through. I hear things. I can send you the things that are here."
Send me the things.
Information, rumors, tidbits, in information. Do you not have an information network? You're going after a black
10
market.
years old? No, I don't.
Sounds like you're severely underprepared.
Well, that's why we're asking you questions.
Well, I'm severely underprepared. What do you want from me?
And not be severely underprepared.
Okay, I think you have an idea of what I was expecting this night to go. This is not what I expected.
Good.
Would it be easier if you had a bottle or two in you?
I don't think so, no.
Worth a shot.
How do you want to make it easier for him?
No, I mean, look, it is genuinely true that if you are more stressed, it is harder to answer questions under pressure.
Why do interrogations exist?
That's a good question, actually.
To discern information that you require from a person?
Most of them are done under stress, aren't they?
I suppose.
Can
Can I leave now?
No! I'm mad now. Is there anything else you know that could help?
You'll leave.
Do you have access to this island? Like, if you were to go there unannounced, would you be let in?
Are there any secret passwords?
One question at a time.
I mean, if I was to perhaps say, "Hey, there's an emergency going on down at the port," and then I was to, I don't know, have to make an emergency report to that prick, they'd probably let me on. And, secret passageways? There's a network of tunnels.
No, passwords. Like if we were to send a message and it would, and be like, "We need you to come out here right now. It's important."
Not really, I don't think. Or at least I don't know them.
Man, Sirius has really gotten rusty since I've been there. So passageways. You were talking about passageways. Are there any?
There's a network of tunnels underneath the main part of where he's got his little mansion castle thing.
Horrible, are you taking notes? Gunyer, take notes.
Yeah, just out of idle curiosity, is there anything load bearing down there?
I think he has the supports for his mansion down there.
This isn't a specific question at all.
I'm not an architect, so I can't really answer this. Well, last I heard, they had an owlbear infestation down in those tunnels, so they've
What
kind of been
infestation?
Owlbears.
Oh, owlbears. That's not too big a problem. At least I don't think so. How big are owlbears, Torval? Are they like bears the size of owls?
It's like a bear with an owl's head.
They're bear sized. They don't really make sense, honestly. Like that they exist in the first place. Like I don't know whose idea it was, but
Yeah, can I go now, please?
You're not gonna snitch, are you?
Me snitch on a guy that I hate.
Well, I mean, you could also snitch to Romulus, too.
What makes you think I like him either?
why do you work for this organization?
I'm here for the money, not because I like the people.
You know,
I have a criminal record. Do you think anybody with a criminal organization is going to hire me?
never mind. I actually relate to this guy. Too real.
This is too.
Tough economy.
Yes.
Fine, you can go.
Right then. And he's gonna look at Silica. We'll see you next week.
Where can we find you out of curiosity?
I don't
Oh,
want
if
to
you-
fight it again.
If you have to find me, I'm at the docks, alright? Just ask for Darius, but don't bother me, please. Not like this.
Then why'd you tell us where to find you?
Oh, fuck. And he's going to leave out the door the normal door, not the one that you guys broke.
Sorry about your back door, Silica. I didn't expect Gunyer to shatter it.
Not used to weak doors.
Not used to it.
She'll sit there and go, "Oh, that's okay. I can replace it."
I feel like there's a bad joke to be made here about back doors. I'll just leave it at that.
Alrighty.
Your Rex back doors.
Just considering the establishment is all.
Mm-hmm. So what would you all like to do?
Isley found a stray cat.
Alright.
We need to plan, but my brain is fried.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how to take a break from our break.
I guess we should head back to the inn.
I mean,
Take a long rest.
end all be all, it's my contract. If I want to change it, I can. But I appreciate your input, so I'm not just gonna go for it.
I'm kind of intrigued about how good of a liar Vimos is. I may have peeped his character sheet.
Oh.
But we do need to he needs to be there for the bomb stuff.
True. That's the only thing.
Also, he mentioned Cleese, and I still have that notepad up. Thank you, RJ.
Who's Cleese?
Lasley voice. I vaguely remember him. He's one of the guys, chased after me for a little while. He uses electricity and stuff to shock people. Usually makes them kind of useless. Just those people that know like pressure points and it kind of shuts your body down. He does that, but with electricity.
You think he's someone you think is easy to lie to, or is he the sort that can see through shit?
I don't know. I don't know him that well, other than what he can do.
Potentially a problem.
Gunyer might be able to counter him if we could coat him in rubber.
I'm wondering.
Gunyer and rubber.
I'm wondering if.
Monkey Gunyer.
E.T. Gunner, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Alrighty. So I'm going to say you all are going back to the inn for a long rest.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sarak, are you long resting on the dock?
No.
Okay.
I'm not resting.
You're not gonna long rest?
Nope.
Okay.
We have a canonical that just randomly next to Saran, staring out in the ocean, is a man in a trench coat and a top hat.
A what?
A man in a trench coat and a top hat.
Oh, Geraldo's just hanging out with him.
I mean,
Boy,
so I guess
After all, I figured he needed to be somewhere.
Rex taking a point of exhaustion then.
I wouldn't do that, dude.
Yeah, that's. I mean, if
Not your character, so what do you care?
if
No, but
yeah,
you
it's
don't have to screw yourself over. Okay.
All right. Sarak, you will take a point of exhaustion. All right. So you will all wake up the next morning, and where would you like to go?
I start writing a letter.
Okay.
This is. My brain is hurting and breaking because we have two people who are good at lying. One of them needs to pretend to be dead. The other one is our resident demolitions expert who actually needs to help with planting the damn things.
What was that? That's from him.
What do?
Why are you you're such a shit? Come here.
That's up to you guys.
I'm aware the math is annoying me.
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna say Gungnir is trying to scan for incoming hostile from a specific place that he may not be being hunted from.
Okay, you do that. There's nothing that's going to come up for now.
Wait, what about the rings? I know currently they're linking us to Anestra. If she has more of those, would be willing to let us borrow one.
We could go try and buy some sending stones. I do have a shitload of money that I have yet to spend, and I have wanted to go get some health potions too in the meantime.
Well, sending stones. What I'm thinking is trying to get Vimos in essentially two places at once. If he's able to bullshit and talk to the people while telepathically sending us, or the bomb people, instructions.
That sounds like way too much for one character to balance.
Potentially, that is fair. I don't know. You got any ideas?
Yeah. And why don't go up here and let him do all the tricksy shit, and then we deal with the rest.
You know what? Gungnir's gonna ask, would you like surveillance of the island?
Can you do that?
What?
Gungnir's gonna start walking towards the island.
What?
Hey.
Good.
Gungnir, you are going
The islands.
you are going to make your way out to the island, and you are going to. Is no one going to stop him?
I mean,
That's not a good idea, but okay.
is he going?
You're not.
He's not going all the. Is he just? Is he just gonna walk through the water?
Yes.
No.
I thought you were, I thought you had some other idea. I don't know if that's a good idea. You might be a part of the plan.
Can you tell me on the way out? I'm still walking.
Yeah,
I feel like chasing after him, like, wake on your gun.
Yeah, it's not what we thought you meant.
You can tell me when you arrive. Or if you arrive there before I come back, you can tell me when I arrive.
Well, yeah.
So I was thinking that whoever our front man was, the robot could be some sort of scary ass bodyguard.
The bodyguard that rises out of the ocean.
Well, I'm saying that if you show up unannounced like that, that kind of screws that over.
He's not going to show up unannounced. He's just going to be like he's going to like poke his head out of the
He's
water.
gonna submarine peek his head out.
Exactly.
With his eyes.
Okay, well, it's a risk, but if that's what you want to do.
All right. Gunir is going to walk into the ocean and make his way to the island.
Oh dear.
What would the rest of you like to do?
Leslie's writing a letter.
Okay.
She's made her decision.
Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah, writing a letter. Robot man yeeted off on his own. Please help.
Okay.
Your hero doesn't know what to do. He's just waiting for everyone else to do something.
Alright, so we have a mobile submarine now. Fortunately, he doesn't have any WMDs on him.
If you want to take one of those pillows to sit on, so you're not just squatting on the ground.
No, make him Slav squat.
I'm not gonna make him do anything. Please?
Leslie, I can already take a guess as to what you're doing.
Yes.
Could you please murder the President of the United States of America? And I'd be like, consider it dead in 2 hours.
Nah, it's good for now. It's not
So
Trump, so.
You will write this letter.
Yep.
You will go up, hold, and at this point, I will consider all of you, except for Surak, are loading up the boat.
It's fine, Surak.
Okay.
After I'm done writing my letter.
Surak, what are you doing?
Exactly what I've been doing.
Still sitting at the dock. Okay.
I'm gonna scoot up next to him. Did you get any sleep?
No.
Do you want to talk?
You have enough to deal with, and I don't particularly like to talk about this sort of thing.
Is there anything I can do to help you? Because I want to, whether I'm busy or not.
You're a sweet child, but I'm not sure there's anything anyone can do.
Well,
It's not coming out, it just burns. Sorry, auto character C.
yep.
Oh. Or you don't want to come help us beat the shit out of Sirius?
Yes, I'll still be assisting you with that.
Are you okay with me having Uncle Ball come and help?
It is not my place to determine how you behave.
No, but I appreciate your input. You are all older than me and stuff.
And yet you seem so much wiser.
I'm gonna write it down, never mind. No, I won't. I'll ruin it.
So I just wanna note that the harbor right now is pretty foggy, so there's a lot of fog
You.
because it's early in the morning.
I think on the way there, you should take a nap in the boat and bring yourself back up too.
We'll see.
You don't look so good. I don't blame you either.
Child, right now nothing is good.
Yep. I'm trying to do things that'll make it better. At least for me. And I think you should do the same. Whether that means you join me or you do something else.
No, I'll still be assisting you with the island.
Okay.
Okay. Would you all like to get on the boat?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I'm like lingering. Because I don't know where he's going to show up or how.
Okay. So, Torval, are you getting on, or are you kind of lingering as well?
I'm sort of eyeing the parrot.
Okay, so on the so Alexander Anderson is at the helm of the boat, and he's sitting there kind of playing with the steering wheel, and he's gonna go, Butterball, hoist the sails, rah, rip the sails.
Right, the sails.
Rip the sail. I imagine he would just try to like smother him with the sails or something.
You can see the parrot tying some very strange knots that don't look to sailor code
I
on the
will
sails.
approach. I will
Okay.
say, now remember, we're going to a place that is already very dangerous. Therefore, if we get there safely, there is a high likelihood of him dying anyway.
The bird, this parrot, will look at you with its beady eyes and say, there is no safety. And then he will fly over to Alexander Anderson and land on his shoulder.
I'm very concerned.
So, Lazuli, as you are lingering on the docks, you all will hear a boom in the sky, followed by kind of like boom. And you'll be kind of sitting there just like, huh? And you hear from the sky, splash.
Is that Vimos?
I'm gonna go investigate the splash.
You investigate the splash, and you see a familiar-looking prosthesis grab the side of the dock, and another normal-looking hand, followed by Ball's disguise of Quincy popping up. I don't like that spell.
I don't like that spell.
What spell was that?
Teleportation.
Why did it put you all the way up there?
It's not always accurate.
Oh,
That's actually true.
I'm gonna try and help him pull him out.
You struggle to pull him up, but he does most of the work himself.
Yeah, that's about right.
Guess we debrief him.
All right, you'll give him a little rundown of what's happened, and he will kind of dry himself off a bit as he gets onto the boat. He'll wave to all of you and kind of say his hellos.
So basically,
And go ahead.
So basically, you're a very important mortal aristocrat or something or other. So a very important client. And
Are you still gonna go by Mr. Quincy?
I can do that.
I mean, any story that works, I guess.
Yeah.
How do you feel about a giant, terrifying robot being your bodyguard?
But you have to pull him out of the
You
ocean.
mean the Tin Man?
Yeah.
Delightful.
The
Or
light.
Sturak. Unless,
Or two.
Sturak, did you want to join us on the fancy part? Or did you want to join everyone else on the bombs part?
I'm not balls attack dog.
Understand.
Okay, that's the bombs part then.
And
It's all make-believe anyway.
Alexander Anderson will say, "All right, it's time to wanker."
Is someone gonna help him steer?
Oh yeah.
And the parrot will say, "Rah! Slam the anchor into the side of the ship."
Oh yeah. By the way, to Ball. Do you know that bird? Just,
He's going to look over at the bird, and he's going to laugh.
That does not comfort me.
And as the boat begins to leave the harbor, it's taking off. Bit of fog, Torval, I'd like you to give me a perception check.
Oh good.
You can take.
The thing I'm really good at.
I'm like 40 seconds behind. Like, what's actually going on? So,
Nat 20.
All right. Torval, you hear from the main crow's nest some low whistling.
What crow's nest? How big is this ship? I thought it was like tiny.
It's medium sized. It's got a main mast with a crow's nest.
Fair enough. So
It's
whistling.
just very shitty.
So you look up to follow this whistling, and you see Thalos hanging out in the crow's
fuck.
nest, relaxing with his legs crossed, and he's just lounging. He looks down at you and goes, "Oi."
Go away!
When the fuck did you get there?
We got bigger things to deal with than you. Go away!
Oh, no, don't give me any of that. I'm not here for that right now.
Oh, is this an inn? Do you count this as an inn?
No, I count this as paying you back.
What do you mean?
Well, you saved me dog, and I really love me dog, and I don't want to owe you anymore. So
Go kill us!
Or-
I'm getting to that.
Why would you say that?
Trust me, you're gonna like this one. So as your boat is heading out and the fog is slowly starting to clear, you see about 3 ships hanging out with their sides pointed to your little dinky ship.
You know what?
Cannons aimed.
Um,
And you see a Mr. Jonathan Marston on one of the decks of the ship.
I don't see how this is thanking us.
Oh, just hold on. This is the fun part. I like this part. This is my favorite part. All right.
What do you mean?
I want it on record
So-
that I hate this.
So your boat's heading. There's these 3 boats hanging out there, and you'll hear Jonathan yell out, "Now you know I can't let you leave with everything that's happened."
Seems to me that we haven't broken any laws that your holy order would care to.
You invited us to come beat the crap out of you?
Yeah, that.
Thalos is going to he's eager with anticipation as he's looking down at you, Torval. Come on, say something cool. Say a one-liner.
Dude, I don't know what you think I am.
Please tell me you didn't say anything, because I might have missed it.
Oh,
I said-
Thalos is begging Torval to say a one-liner.
I think you might have me confused with the red-headed drow. And I know you... know that you're not... Whatever.
Whatever.
He's not quick shot, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Although I don't know what I'm saying a one-liner for anyway. I don't know what's about to happen.
Well, come on, just humor me, all right?
I'm.
Did you get God's balls out of your mouth yet?
I guess that'll do. And he is going to point at the ship to the left. And you will all watch as the bow of that ship just boom.
But Quinn reliving all of his mistakes. Oh god.
I don't
Give him
know
a
what I was
minute.
expecting.
He's having some PTSD. Give him a minute.
I knew exactly where this was going.
Yep.
Yeah, I can tell
And
from the get-go.
the bow of the ship will start to the main bow that blew up will slam into the other one and cause some aft damage, and this one will start going down as people are panicking. What would you all like to do?
Dungeon's gonna look up and wondering why there's six ships sinking on top of them.
He's just down there.
How'd you do that?
I wanted to.
How did you time it so well?
Yeah, that's actually a good question.
He's just gonna kind
You could say he's had practice.
of.
It's a signature move.
Signature.
Yeehaw.
And he's going to sit there and go, "Well, thanks for saving me, dog."
I'm so
And-
glad I did.
You will watch as spectral wings grow from his back. And he is going to jump off the crow's nest and swoop and glide back to shore.
Huh.
Why did he have wings? That's really weird. Did he just blow up that ship?
I look for where Marston was. Did his ship get blown up?
His ship did not get blown up. He was in the middle, but the end that got pushed forward blew up into his ship, and now his ship is starting slowly to keel as
Hi, Marston.
they're all panicking to kind of ascertain the situation. And you all notice that Alexander Anderson is going to drive the ship that you are in into their ship.
No, Turtles.
He's blind.
You need to go. What's the port starboard? Hard to direct that direction.
Got it. Hard that direction. Stay on course. Right. Stay on course.
No, don't listen to your dumb parrot.
Or,
Right. Don't stay on course.
I
Someone just takes.
turn the ball. Look, if you've got any sort of leverage with that thing, I would appreciate if you could threaten it as necessary here.
Wall is going to look at the parrot. The parrot will go, turn to starboard.
There we go.
Right. Turn to starboard. And the ship will turn to starboard and go through the ship that Marston is on that is sinking and the other one that is quickly sinking. And you will slip through.
I guess he's got some uses.
No.
He's got some uses. You can threaten parrots.
Well, parrots with possible demonic contracts.
Evil, chaotic, evil hell parrots.
The exact opposite of wholesome Minecraft parrots.
Yep. And with that, you guys will head off to the island.
Oh boy.
And that's where we're gonna wrap it up.
This is going to go great.
Shut up. It'll be wonderful. It'll be awful and then wonderful and then awful and then wonderful again.
It's pretty much the definition of this entire campaign.
Yeah.
And when I said he was going to do something very phallus, I meant it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand now what you meant by that.
This may or may not have consequences down the line.
Yeah, you think? As far as the church is concerned, we just blew up 2 of their ships.
Well, maybe they should stop trying to attack us.
Yeah,
Our
sure
damn
be.
fault for getting involved.
Sure would be a real shame if a certain family member was able to ascertain his location because he made enough noise. I don't know.
All right. So, of course, favorite part of the entire session was definitely thank you. Hard
Definitely.
bread.
Definitely. I'll
Oh,
thank you.
hard bread.
Hard bread. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Crunch.
Fucking
I gotta go.
fuck out of nowhere.
Okay.
That's where I left it. I like where the Ethan offered. That's where I left that.
So I'm